guys, so we are back again, and today I want to do pretty much my go-to hairstyle when I don't want to have any maintenance for a while. In her hair, since it's so thin and fine, it is hard to find a hairstyle that will require no maintenance. Like, it doesn't get frizzy right away. I won't have to like retwist it or redo it or whatever. And this hairstyle is super easy. It's done all the time on everybody, but I just wanted to show you how I did it because it actually keeps her hair in and I don't have to mess with it for at least a week. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off by spraying her hair down. In here I just got some water and conditioner, I think. But I like to just start with spraying the hair down with water, and then I am using this argan oil, the Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner. And so far I like it. It works pretty good. I like to just put that in after I put a little bit of water in. Then I'm just going to detangle her hair. Okay, so after I do that, I'm going to use some of my Kinky Curly Not Today detangler and leave-in. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this to her hair. I recently started using this product and I actually really like it. It smells good. It helps the curls when I want to leave her hair down. And it's a pretty good leave-in. It keeps her hair nice and moisturized and soft. So I just run that through. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is start with my parting. So I'm just gonna make a part down here, kind of at the middle of the ear, and just go across all the way to the other side. Okay, so basically all I'm doing is box braids, but I'm doing them a certain size because if I go too small, for one, it would take forever, and her hair is so thin they wouldn't look right. The little tiny braids I don't think would look right in thin hair, and if I go too big, that would cause me to have to do a lot of maintenance on it because the bigger like sections I make, the frizzier they get for her. Okay, so I'm just making pretty medium, staying closer to the smaller side, but not like super small. But that, along with putting the right products in her hair, will help me from having to deal with it for at least a week. So you saw I put in the Cream of Nature, I put in the Not Today detangler, and then I'm going to be using my flaxseed gel. Usually I like to use homemade, but I haven't made any. So I'm just using this, and for each part, I want to just make sure I coat the hair with the gel. Okay, you just want to make sure it's all coated, and then you put in your rubber band. Okay, so there you go. Now the hair is super wet right now because of all the stuff. Oh, look at that cute little curl. It's super wet right now because of all the stuff we put in it. So what I like to do is do all the parts first and then go back and do the braids and put in the beads. And that way, when you go back to start braiding, you'll have not as wet and slippery hair, so it'll be easier to braid and then put in your beads. So what I'm going to do is just put in all her parts, just like I did that very first one. You're just going to part it, put in your flaxseed gel or whatever kind of gel you like to use, or whatever works in your child's hair that keeps it from getting frizzy, and then come back and do all your braids. Alright, so as you guys can see, here are all her parts. You can kind of see the size I'm working with here. I could have probably went just a tad smaller, but I think this is still going to be okay. Turn your head, honey. So yeah, I just have all my parts. I checkerboarded it. So it's like this line and this line, see this line. So they don't line up perfectly. That way, like this ponytail will lie in between or lay in between these two. So it looks, you don't have so much space on the head. You have places to cover it up. But yeah, so now I'm just going to do all my braiding and add the beads and we will be done. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys how I add my beads. You don't have to add beads, you can just braid it and then put it in a little ponytail. But I like to do a little extra. So I have my beater here and I just filled it up with a few. I'm not going to use all these on one strand. So you just put the hair through this piece, okay? And then you want to kind of hold it over this way. So you want it to like kind of wrap around, not all the way wrap, just kind of fold it over. And then you're going to get your beads, the ones that you're going to use. So I'm just using these colors, kind of Easter colors. And then you just slide it over the hair. You're just going to slide it up and pull down. And then this comes out. So you just threaded the hair through. And then you're going to take the last bead and wrap the hair around it. See, just like that. And then you're going to take your rubber band and put it over the hair and the bead. You can see that. And then just wrap it around a few times. Okay, so you have it wrapped around, and then you can just slide the other beads over the rubber band, and there you go. You have cute little beads on the end of your braid. So I forgot to mention, when I start doing the braid, what I just like to do is get a little more gel on my fingers and run it through. And this little extra gel is going to help keep the frizziness of the braids and allow the hair to stay better kept and no maintenance for you longer. As long as you put like some kind of silk scarf or bonnet or have a silk pillowcase or whatever for the child when they go to sleep, you will have just very, very little maintenance. And this is a good hairstyle also to, while it's in this hairstyle, you can apply oil to the scalp. If they need oil and anything, this really helps be able to do that easily. So this is why I just love this hairstyle. But yeah, make sure you just add a little bit more gel as when you braid, and I like to add it to the end and kind of twist it together just to help keep it all together and tucked away when you do the rubber band and beads. Alright guys, so this is it, the final look. It was super easy to do. Took me about, what, half an hour, I think? About half an hour to do this. Maybe 45 minutes. And the key to this hairstyle is the sizing of the parts and the products you use. The flaxseed gel really helps all this stay in place. As long as she's not too rough. I mean, she's a rough player, but this style always works for us, and I don't have to mess with it for at least a week. And it doesn't look all frizzy, it doesn't get all crazy. If I remember, I will put a picture in as the week goes on just to show you how it works out, because this is just my go-to style when I'm sick of doing hair and I don't want to mess with it for a week, or I don't want her looking crazy and frizzy all week. So yeah, super easy, and you can customize the colors to anything. We did these colors because it's about to be Easter, so you can customize it and it can work for any occasion. So yeah guys, if you like this hairstyle, give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know if it works for you and how low maintenance it actually turns out for you guys. And consider subscribing, because we love to share hairstyles with you and we like to hear from you guys. And if you are subscribed, you get to know when our videos come out, and then you can comment and chat with us and follow us on our little hair journey. And hit that notification bell just so you know exactly every time our video posts, so you're super up to date. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.